Testing 1, 2, 3. Squeaky squeaky. Testing 1, 2, 3, guys. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Vencabot. This is Elden Ring action. My name is David. It's our second sitting of the game ever. I love Dark Souls. Shadow of the Erd Tree is available. That's in the link in the... I'm pretty sure I have this installed. Yeah, it says right there in the lower right, Shadow of the Erd Tree. Continue. I love Dark Souls. I have not played a proper Dark Souls game in many, many years. I've been playing a lot of Nioh 2 since then. Some Sekiro since then. The Church of Ele. So far, my impression of this game is... boo! My first sitting with the game, boo! It's, you know... It's... sort of... Here's my problem with this game so far. And I'm sure that my feelings will change so I get to a better understanding of the game and stop comparing it so much to Dark Souls. But the thing is, I think that the open world exploration aspect is not really working for me so far in a Dark Souls game. I love open world exploration. I love, you know, finding caves. I love finding treasure. But you know what I miss, Line of Oz? I miss exploring the Dark Souls dungeons in a Metroidvania fashion where my experience is more guided, where I'm fighting more enemies per minute, where I'm finding more treasure per minute. This game so far, I kind of feel like the open world aspect of it gives me a lot of boredom between the dungeons. And a part of that is that fighting enemies in a large open spaces doesn't feel very Dark Souls-y. In terms of, like, you know, I just kind of like run around. I can avoid attacks very easily by running around and shit. The only thing is that, that there's not that much to find, it would seem. How you doing, Line of Oz? Looking bored, dude. There's not that much to find, it would seem. It seems like there's not as much treasure around as I would like. But tonight we're going to be playing, you know, now that I've kind of had my first experience with the game, now we're kind of moving into the second experience. And I think I'm going to probably, if I had to guess, kind of learn much more about what this game's whole thing is. You know, I think that the problem I'm having with the game is I'm comparing it to Dark Souls directly. And the more I've been meditating on this game the last couple nights, the more I think that, you know, it's not really fair to compare it to Dark Souls because it's not just Dark Souls, right? I mean, Dark Souls, it had to... Look carefully. Dark Souls had to, you know, have those, those close encounters with the enemies. It had to have those hallways. It had to have those, you know, that pace that it has because of, you know, the limitations of its world. This game's world is different. This game's world is sprawling, right? And, you know, I think that I have to be open-minded to the fact that it's going to do some things differently from Dark Souls. It's fair to compare it to Dark Souls, but it's also its own game. It's its own game. It's not that they even called it Dark Souls. It's very Dark Souls-y in its, like, you know, the core mechanics, the fundamentals are very Dark Souls-y. But I've been thinking that, you know, this large open environment, it being so brightly lit, right? Very, very idyllic. As I'm aware, Line of Oz, this game is not going to be that way all the way through. It's going to be more dark later on, and in some dungeons and stuff. But also, I was thinking, Line of Oz, about an encounter I had yesterday, or on Monday in this game, which was a large-scale battle where I was basically surrounded by, like, 10 soldiers, and I'm running around in a big plane like this, and kind of avoiding them as they have tried to chase me down. But they couldn't really chase me down. I have too much room to run around, right? Now, in a typical Dark Souls game, I would have been in a more enclosed space and would have been fighting fewer enemies at a time, and it would have been more intimidating. But in this game, there was literally, like, fucking 10 guys, like, trying to kite, you know, kind of kiting behind me, and I'm just running through the fucking environment, and they're chasing behind me, and they can't catch me, and it's like, okay, well, I guess I just leave them there now. And it didn't strike me as being Dark Souls-y in feel in that respect, but you know what did strike me with Revenge was that I could have fought all 10 of those guys with this game's mechanics. I could be dodge rolling, I could be fucking swanging, right? I could be doing a lot of things, and I could have probably won that fight if I were more skilled. And that gives me the impression that, you know, this game could just be more of an action game, right? Like, maybe, you know, maybe it's not going to be so much about, you know, trying to tactically avoid, you know, enemies. Maybe I'll just need to get in there, get in the mix more, you know, get in the mix and fight and take on a bunch of guys at once. And that's going to be the tone of this game, perhaps. I mean, it definitely could accommodate that in a way that Dark Souls couldn't accommodate that. And, you know, Neo is a very action-based game, much more so than Dark Souls ever was. And I love Neo for that. I might have to be open-minded that this game might be that way. It might just be a little bit faster paced, a little bit more action-y, and maybe that's how I'm going to engage with it. The dungeons are kind of more like Dark Souls. Open world is definitely not, says Line of Eyes. Watching Boa fight Cooney on Run the Set, is that true? Let's go through, bench. Josh says here, it has the Dark Souls moments for sure when you get into it. The open world is awesome, but I do agree that it ends up as a double-edged sword at times. Yeah, right away, you know, I watched a friend of mine play this game a little bit, not very much. I watched him play a little bit of it. This is still very much a blind playthrough. But when I watched them play, I was really struck by my excitement about the open world, insofar as I like games where you can kind of see landmarks and find your way around and discover little hidden dungeons. And I expect that, you know, over time, I'm going to warm up to that, but I kind of thought I'd be more into it from the get-go. But what I've kind of found is, from the get-go, I'm feeling pretty down on the game insofar as this big environment. I kind of want it to have more density. I want it to have more caves per minute. I want to have more enemies per minute. Running around like this just kind of feels, you know, kind of dull. I want more treasure per minute. You know, I think that so far I haven't felt that rewarded for exploring around. I've only played the game for what, like 4 or 5 hours before? So I kind of think that tonight it's going to be a pivotal night for this game. I'm going to see if I kind of can feel it out. I'm going to see if tonight's the night where I feel it out and things start to kind of click. But right now, my feeling predominantly has been I miss the things that were more Dark Souls-y in Dark Souls. I kind of feel like I'd be enjoying it more if I had more, like, direction. And that's coming from a guy who loves open games. So yeah, I kind of feel like, I don't know, it's kind of hard. As I play, I'm going to have to meditate. There's that guy again. I already killed him before. As I play, I'll meditate. But right off the bat, it does kind of feel like the things this game changed from Dark Souls, I am missing. The things that it adds, I'm not really fucking with. And also, not as much as I kind of thought I would, because I really kind of figured, with my proclivities, I would be very much into the open world stuff. And maybe I will. In fact, I'm going to rephrase that. I'm pretty sure that I will as time goes on, once I feel it out. But more than I thought, it's like a period of adjustment here. Yeah, the open world in Elden Ring bit me bad, says Max. Huh? I missed the sorcery trainer and played 35 hours with just baby spells. Yeah, I can see how that could also be, something that could be a negative and a positive. And that's something that is a problem with Dark Souls games as well, right, Max? Oh shit, wrong button. I'm thinking of Neo. In Dark Souls games in general, there's this element of like missing something and then you miss it forever. And it has its, it's those that will champion that design, and they'll say, well, it makes the game more replayable. It makes the world feel more dynamic. It means that everyone's experience is going to be different. But I care about Wonder Max. In a world this size, will the issue of missing things be even more of an issue? That could very well be. Where the situations become tense is there's an objective, treasure you want. There are weapons and armor littered all over, and sometimes you will have to kind of use the environment to get what you want. I think that makes sense, Line of Oz. I wonder if, that's going to work for me on the level of... Tesaiga. On the level of... I don't know it's there till I find it. One thing I think about 3 Revenge, I've been thinking lately about this game design concept that only came into focus for me while playing Mario Odyssey after playing A Hat in Time. Let me be abstract for a second here, guys. Let's talk about game design. So one thing that struck me as being kind of interesting about going from playing A Hat in Time to Mario Odyssey, A Hat in Time has this design, Line of Oz, where you look into the distance and you see something glowing. There's something glowing in the distance, Max. And the real, thrill of the game is getting from here to there. You want that thing because it's glowing. You want it because it's a collectibles-based game. And you know where it is, but you don't quite know how to get there. And you're trying to figure out how to get there. You're trying to do some platforming. You're fighting some bad guys, right? You get the goal, and then you're satisfied. It feels so good to have this fucking thing I've been working so hard to get. And then from that spot you're standing, when you collected the thing, you see another thing. And you go, ooh, I want that. right? So, here's the thing about Mario Odyssey. I played that game immediately following Hand. They're the same genre. They're both 3D platformers, like very movement-based 3D platformers with a lot of cool, unique worlds. And in Mario Odyssey, their design was the opposite. They're similar, they're the same genre. But here's the thing, Max, about Mario Odyssey. In Odyssey, when you stand in a certain spot, you really can't see nothing. And that's by design. The world around you is mysterious, and as you move through the world, you trip over the power moons, the collectibles. You will come around a corner, and around that corner on your left, there will be a power moon. And you'll go, oh shit. Or you'll be running through like a little forest, and then suddenly you'll come across a little switch, pull the switch, now you have a puzzle to solve. Do a little puzzle, get a power moon. But you don't see the power moons from a distance. And when you're moving through the environment, it's not because you want something in particular. It's because you're exploring. You're exploring, and you don't really know what you're looking for yet, but you'll find it. You'll know it when you find it. And it struck me that, that design, there's a reason they chose that design in Mario Odyssey. But I did not like it. I did not like it as much as I liked A Hat in Time, where, I was motivated to move through the environment because I wanted something. I was self-motivated. There's something that I wanted, and I wanted to go get it, and that's why I went. Where in Mario Odyssey, it so often felt like I kind of lacked motivation. And I would just kind of go through the world, and I would find things as I went. But not because I was looking for those things in particular. And the reason I'm bringing that up, Line of Oz, is because what you said about, wanting something. Here's an immediate concern I have about that idea. If I'm not using a wiki, and I intend not to use a wiki, and I'm not using a strategy, I'm not getting any spoilers from you guys, then will there be enough times in this game where I am going to find something because I want to collect it? Right? How am I going to know what I want so that I'm motivated to go collect it? I appreciate this game has a mechanic where I can buy hints from a shopkeeper. And those hints, I love that idea. And I think that's going to really be exciting to get a hint and then try to go find the thing. Reminds me of Dragon Warrior, right, Max? Dragon Warrior 3, Dragon Warrior 2, Dragon Warrior 1. I loved that the NPCs gave you hints, and then you would take those hints and go find stuff. I loved that feeling. But in general, I've been finding dungeons, like little mini dungeons in this game so far. And as I understand, this is a tutorial area, right? This is still like the baby area. I've been finding little dungeons, and I don't know why I'm there, except that, it's a dungeon, I want to do it. And I do it, and they're like, here, have this token. Have a fucking weapon you're never going to use. Have some kind of collectible that you don't even care about. You don't even know what it's for yet. You beat a little boss, you get a thing, I don't even know what the fuck it is. And, yeah, it strikes me that there's something missing. Something missing in the motivation aspect. Like, what am I doing? Why do I want to do this? And that's kind of a game design challenge that, again, harkens back to A Hat in Time for me. Let me catch with the chat here. So right now, there's that Bo is bodying Cooney. Yeah, Bo is a very strong player. What's up, John? It's time to kill more dudes with your club, every single one of them. Not just the men, but the maidens and goblins, too. Yeah, I totally agree, John. Thank you for being here. Thanks for co-signing that for me, because I kind of needed my audience's, co-signing, their approval. I need your guys' permission, basically, to mollywop every single fucker that I see. Because the club, it, is the real player. I'm just the puppet. Right? The club motivates me to club. Like, in a way, it's on me for not exploring methodically, says Max, huh? Yeah, I kind of am thinking I should take notes like I did for Dragon Warrior in this game. Like, write things down as I go. Maybe I should. Maybe I actually fucking should do that. And play it like it's Dragon Warrior 3. How you doing, 4TL? I'm sorry, I missed your message, 4TL. Welcome aboard, Yellow. It's time to kill more dudes in your club. I'm sorry. That was 4TL. I'm sorry, I thought that was Walt John that said that. Oh, I see. 4TL here. I hate saying I'm reading the wrong chat. What I'm doing. That's the reward of Souls games, is to bonk, huh? So Max is taking notes. Maybe I should take notes. Maybe I should unplug my mouse and keyboard from this PC and put my other PC so I can take notes the way I did for Dragon Warrior 3. Because I kind of lamented, Max, that more modern games don't have that kind of a design. Because in Dragon Warrior 3, man, it was so satisfying to take notes. You could say what you want about it. It seemed like it was kind of obnoxious to take notes, but as the guy who was behind the controller doing it, I'll tell you, it was fun to take notes. It was great. Maybe that's what I should do in this game, is just take notes as I go and see if that helps me kind of find more stuff. Uh-oh. Make sure I'm reading the right chat here, guys. I'm back on the PureTube chat. I hate sand. Bonk that fucking sand. Okay. So I'm seeing lots of warnings here. I'm seeing some people are trying to walk over there and dying from this blood stain here. They're going to drop into the drink here if I had to guess. And there he goes. I just like the world, so I would just be like, what's over there? And then go over there. Some guy would kick my ass, and I would get mad and then kicked his ass. I've been doing that so far. That's been my experience so far with the game. And it's not a bad experience. I've been enjoying it. But, yeah, let's say I've got some concerns that are kind of coming up. Have you found a hyper jail yet? No idea what that even is, Max. So probably not. I'm seeing lots of skulls down here. Here's a glowing skull. I heard I can roll through this. Max, I mean, 4TL, excuse me, not 4TL, but ass milk, so I can do this. Didn't work. There you go. Well, that wasn't really any easier than bonking it, I feel like. What's up with the shadow people around every once in a while, huh? That's just like other players, 4TL, it's other players, yeah. I can trigger them, so this thing here is called a bloodstain. It's something that's in every Dark Souls game. If you talk to a bloodstain, you can see how somebody died before you. Those I can trigger manually. Right here, trigger this manually, see the guy that died. There he goes. But also, you will see, like you said, 4TL, you'll see other players just around randomly sometimes. Those are actually happening in real time, supposedly. I don't know if that's true or not. I've always kind of doubted, to be honest, 4TL. I think it's an illusion. You're supposed to believe that there are people that are around you in real time. It might just be something that was recorded at a previous date, for all I know. But it's to create the illusion that we're kind of all in sort of like a same world somehow. But you don't really interact with them. They're just there for just visuals. The game does have online multiplayer, both competitive and cooperative. But, yeah, those little guys I see just around, they're not really anything. They're just visual. There you go, ass milk. There you go. That's another complaint about the game. Fighting a boss 20 times just to get a weapon and be like, well, I guess I'll go fuck myself. I mean, it's satisfying to beat the boss, right, Line of Oz? But I do kind of wish that from a game design perspective, they could have been more considerate of why am I fighting this boss? Couldn't you make it more motivating for me to fight this boss somehow? And I'm sure the challenge every game designer faces, and no matter what the game design is overall. It's a fucked up circle with the rock worms and mini boss. They're dope, says Max. Huh? Yeah, I've not found one yet. I'm still very early in the game. This is like the very, very first baby area. Max is like the bloodstains because of the mimics. It kind of saves him, huh? Seems like a good idea for a game. Yeah. Having the bloodstains so you can see how people died is very useful. I don't like multiplayer. I do not like single-player games that make it multiplayer for no real reason, says Waljohn. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I think I don't have a very strong feeling about it, Waljohn. I do think it's a little bit awkward to see the other ghost. I don't think it contributes to anything. In fact, I think it detracts a little bit for me personally, if only aesthetically. And also, I usually turn off multiplayer in Dark Souls games. I usually turn it off so people cannot join me and people can't invade me. Usually, I'm just kind of paranoid. I don't want to get invaded and just get fucked up in the middle of something I'm doing that's important, right? I never really appreciated the possibility of just suddenly being thrust into a PvP scenario. These games also notoriously have a lot of cheaters and stuff, so it's just usually I've left it on so far. I might turn it off as we go. Who are you? Are you super dangerous or are you just kind of whatever? So they don't seem very dangerous. Oh, see, that guy scared me there. He's nothing. This guy 4TL, he's just like he's nothing. Supposedly he's here at the same time as I am. I'm not sure if I believe that. From a netcode perspective, it seems kind of unlikely. Oh, I got a lot of goddamn health. Well, I wonder if I'll get anything for beating him. Bonk. It'd be kind of fun if, like, oh, I stunned him. It'd be fun if, while I'm focusing this guy, I got jumped by another monster. Wouldn't it be funny? This guy's whole job is to distract me. Very slow. Bonk, 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 bonk. I suspect it's not going to be worth it to kill these guys. They're not really threatening. They got a ton of health. This charge attack is really good for breaking people's guards. time for me to use my fucking skill. If I do this, and then do this, then do this, I have like a special charge attack now. That seems like it's probably useful. I'm not sure about this skill that I have. The skill that I have gives me more attack power and it changes my heavy attack to a combo. But I'm not really sure if that does me any good. Seems like a good idea for this type of game, yeah. In Dark Souls, I used to invade people and cast camouflage to be a tree, and I'd follow them and see how long it took to notice that a tree was following them. It'd be pretty funny. That weird beach slug is actually a boss. Wait till its second health bar shows up. I was kind of thinking that could be a possibility about John. But these kind of seem like they're just little guys to, you know, just to kind of fill out the world a little bit. I can ride a horse, too. I don't want to forget that. I can ride a horse. Spirit Spring Jumping. Jump high while on horseback near a spirit spring to ride its current high into the air. You won't take damage from jumping into a spirit spring while on horseback, even from a great height. Okay, so I can jump into this with my horse. And I fly up there, I guess. Well, something over here is different. We've got Zombonis, proper Zombonis. At least 2 of them. They're quicker than they look. So there's 3 of them. How come I'm not locked on to who I want to be locked on to? I like to get them onto one rhythm like this. Ow. I need to use my lighter attack. I'm going to do my charge attack a lot. It's very rewarding. But this attack is so much more reliable. Oh! You guys getting back up? Interesting. I guess them being zombies and all stands to reason. Look at my horse is amazing. Something, it tastes just like raisins. I hate when games give you 1,000 items like bird skull, dirt poop, bear hairs. I really don't like crafting for the most part. I think that crafting can be done really well, but I think that 99.9% of the time it's not done well. In this game, I don't have high hopes for it. But we'll see how it goes. Really, it was sold to me originally as, you can ignore this. And I was like, well, that sounds like a really bad sales pitch. So once they're down, I gotta make sure they stay down. What the hell was that? Oh, the souls coming into me? Somebody was like, yeah, this game's crafting is cool, but you can totally ignore it. And I was like, well, then how is it cool? That to me sounds like extra fluff. What's up, Dix? What game does it well? So I really like crafting let me think about that for a second, Dix. There have been games where I've really loved crafting, but immediately, Dix, to be honest, not even come to mind. What's up, Dix? Welcome aboard, dude. One game that comes to mind right away is one of my favorite games, Legend of Mana. But that's not because the crafting system is really good in that game. It's just because I was a little kid at the time. Maybe it's only good if you're a little kid, huh? What games did I play recently that had crafting that I really liked? I feel like it's pretty recent. You dropped 309 Fart Wart. Fart Waft. I don't like crafting if there's no customization to it at Revenge. Okay. I almost do the opposite way with Revenge. I feel like when you have customization involved with crafting, it can create issues. I think I would rather have crafting be vital, right, Dix? You can ignore it, but the craftable stuff can be useful, just not necessary, says Dix. Now, well, that's good. I mean, it's good that it's useful. Node Core is a cool 3D crafting system that was more like a puzzle than anything, says John. Yeah, let's just... Oh, hi. Let's say that we're, being critical of games where you have random trash that drops, and you have recipes that take, 4 of this, 3 of this, 1 of this, and then you press a button and it spits it out. I think what I need from that, Dix, what I need is A, for that shit to be really good. It has to be good. It has to be, maybe even vital to my survival. Also, I need for the crafting items to be useful for more than one recipe that I want. Right? I want for, every item in that recipe to have enough, different usages that it's a hard choice to make, right? I think, to me, the crafting, the real appeal of it, is in a game where there's many things that I want, and I have to choose what I want to use those resources for. So if the resources are, you know, if they're too plentiful, or if they're not used in more than one recipe, or if the things you're crafting are not actually that good, all three of those things can really break a crafting system for me. But I think that, you know, if you have a few of those boxes ticked off, then you can have a good crafting system, right? If the items you're making are vital, if the resources are in small enough supply to make it, you know, meaningful to use them up, and if the items are used in more than one recipe that you want to use them on, so you have to make a choice between two things you're making, then that to me seems like that's really the justification for crafting. I never played Monster Hunter, Dix. You ever played Monster Hunter before? I have not. Minecraft and Valheim force you to craft. I don't like playing them nearly as much as the people I play those games with. I like crafting in Minecraft, okay? Is that width there, Dix? But it's not really, I mean, that game's kind of like built around it. It's not quite the same thing. I wish I could think of a game, you know, I know there have been games where I've enjoyed crafting. So mostly ticks those boxes, says Dix. And Josh agrees, roadkill, says, I love Monster Hunter. So I liked it in Monster Hunter. I like it in Dark Souls, Dix, when it's like, I have a smithing stone, and I gotta choose which weapon to upgrade. That's kind of like crafting. It's not quite the same thing, but, you know, I like it in games that have that kind of tone to them, where I can use, like, a... No, my opinion. I like in games that I can use the crafting items to, like, improve my gear. That's typically, like, a pretty easy way to include crafting that makes sense to me. Crafting shit in every game. Waste of time garbage. I think that it's oftentimes that. It's so oftentimes that I wish that game developers would be more cognizant. I mean, there was a time, I think we're kind of coming out of that time finally. Maybe I'm being naive when I say that. But there was a time when, like, every game had to have it because it was like that big trendy thing. And I think that, you know, a lot of game developers, they didn't include crafting, like, thoughtfully. They put it in the game because every game had to have crafting. If I hold triangle and press a button, I can get my horse. There you go. So I can jump with the horse like this. Okay. I haven't used a horse yet, Dix, until now. I can run with the O button, right? What if I run and then I press X like this? Yush! Yush! Oh, shit. Am I going to go somewhere automatically, or... No, I control myself still. Whoa! That's tricky. So I'm going to get off the horse now by holding this button and then doing this. Oh, shit! The guy kind of jumps off at an angle there. If I can farm smithing stones, that means it's just a waste of my time, says Dix. That's also true. Kind of. Well, I don't know. I guess you're being critical of you know, grinding as a rule. I think grinding has a certain catharsis to it that can make it interesting. Even if it is just a waste of time. You know, it's a waste of time, but it might be something that's kind of just fun to do mindlessly. Some people really hate that design. People hate RPGs because it's the same thing over and over and over again. You could make the same argument about Dark Souls. You could say that, oh, I want to kind of get across, it's too long of a jump. How am I going to get down from here without dying? I guess I probably am dead here, huh? What if I jump on my horse? I'm probably still going to die, right? So I shouldn't have gone here. That was my mistake. I should have gone up there. Oh, here's something I can land on. Okay. I kind of want to jump across to that little thing there. See that little, yeah, where that mark is? I can also go that away, looks like. Well, I guess here we go. Nope. Oh! It's kind of funny how you take no damage from most falls, and then you just die instantly from a fall that's slightly higher. Depends on the context of Dix. Grinding in something like Monster Hunter is the point, so grinding to craft stuff makes sense. But Dark Souls, I don't play this shit to grind. Well, thank you, Dix. I'm glad you pointed that out, because, you know, I wasn't prepared to really, you know, find my way to that insight, but you're very right. I totally agree with you. In games where grinding is kind of like, you know, the game's designed around grinding, I mean, that's what makes it fun, right? The developers went out of their way to make grinding fun. But I agree that in Dark Souls, grinding sucks. You're not trying to grind shit. I lost some souls, not really a whole lot, to be honest. I've been playing this game for like fucking, you know, half an hour and haven't fought any interesting enemies yet. That's really, you know, I think this whole open world aspect is kind of where it's failing for me so far. With respect to the fact I'm in the tutorial area still. It's still a tutorial. But it kind of feels like all this empty space is just empty space. I'm not finding hidden caves. I'm not finding treasure. I'm not finding interesting enemies. I'm not finding anything interesting. It's just running around. I don't doubt that there are things to find, but I wouldn't mind if they were a little more dense with things to find. So I found things, you know, more often per minute. I'm pressing the Neo button, Dix, to interact with objects. Square. Or I think in Neo it's O. Divinity Original Sin 2 had crafting and it sucked. I love that game, but again, it was annoying getting 1,000 useless items I would never use. I love games, says Wild John, that make grinding fun, right-clicking craft bronze dagger 2 billion times until I reach level 99 smithing. My favorite. Shout out to fucking RuneScape. I like grinding in games, but not grinding in all games, like Dix points out. In Dark Souls, for sure. Grinding sucks in Dark Souls. I've done it very rarely in the past, and it always sucks. Even, like, oh, see, that's why I can't get my souls back. They're up there in the middle of nowhere. I guess, if I had to guess, this little air thing is supposed to get me back to the top. I probably won't get anywhere special. Maybe I will. So here's, you know, the guys. That I just killed earlier. Anything over here that I want or not? I was kind of exploring this way before. No. That's death, I believe. Here's some Zombonis. One of them's got a fucking crossbow. So I lose my lock on, but he's still alive. I gotta bonk him again. Interesting idea. 56 souls. So I see. So I want to kill him, but I'm not going to be able to. So I got to kill him first. Pretty sneaky. There you go. It's a mixed bag. Some games try to make stuff fun by having mini games that just make the process longer. Sometimes just having to right-click is fine since you have already spent time grinding the mats. Elden Ring has some busted stuff you can craft, but for a massive time cost in gathering rare materials. What's up, Dearson? Welcome to OC, dog. You're hanging there, okay? I'm on the beach, dog. It's like the Dark Souls 1 skeleton. I don't remember that. I have terrible memory as a rule. But I certainly don't remember any enemies in Dark Souls that they would die and then they come back to life. But I guess now that I've verbalized that thought, I guess maybe I do kind of remember that a little bit. I agree, Dick. So you know, you've been on the channel for long enough to know my feelings about minigames in general, right? You gotta bring everything into the core gameplay. Don't give me a bunch of satellite little mechanics. To me, that's always a recipe for disaster. So I'm gonna get all the way up to there, I guess, huh? Okay, so if I do this, get my horse. Run, 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 jump! Okay. I guess I'm going up there. Is that the idea, or should I go across to there? Go over there? I guess I'm going over here. Jump! Okay, it's kind of distracting, confusing. I'm sure I looked up mechanic. What's up, Ginseng? I'm here now. I'm doing the best I can. Kentucky flooded and snowed in right now, thanks to always streaming. Your content is legendary. Not thanks to, but thanks for. Thank you for being here, Dearson. Sorry to hear about things going crazy in Kentucky. I've heard that, you know, this swamp is not a terrible place to go hang out. I just don't like it aesthetically, so I'm kind of avoiding it. Fortiel the All-Knowing. Can you get your souls back if you stand underneath where they are? I don't think so, Fortiel. I think I have to actually go touch them. It's okay. It wasn't that many. Just kind of taking a peek around here. A Shadow Pico. You have like 5 hours about this in this area, says Dearson. Huh? I've had fucking 5 hours of jack nothing in this area so far. Look at my map finally. What's the zoom button? Is there a zoom? Here, I can zoom with the right stick. Okay. This is zoom level. It's kind of obnoxious. Wouldn't mind if I could zoom, you know, in an analog fashion. What do we got here? What do these icons even mean? Stranded Graveyard, Cave of Knowledge. I think those are... So that's me right there. These are like my fast travel spots. Okay. Groveside Cave. Stormfoot Catacombs. Yes. And I remember this too. Okay, I think I've got a sense of where I'm at here. We're gonna figure out your boss title before too long, Jinsei, don't worry. Not sure what Jinsei's boss title would be. You've been battling boredom, says Dix. Yeah, I think that I need to actually, like, get going somewhere fast. I think an issue I'm having, if I'm gonna, you know, if I'm getting closer to verbalizing my frustration with this game, it's that I like looking for things. But like I always say, Dix, I need to find a thing, right? For me to actually really get into looking for shit, I gotta find it once in a while. And it kind of feels so far like this game has a lot of searching for shit and not a whole lot of finding shit. It's a big open world with lots of places to hide stuff. And I have found some hidden stuff, which has been thrilling. But so far, my finding shit per minute of exploring has not reached a satisfactory ratio. One thing I'm probably going to have to do is I'm going to have to get accustomed to riding my horse, you know what I'm saying? And skipping enemies as well. Running past enemies, rather than actually bothering fighting them. Because these guys are pretty weak. They don't give me a lot of souls. And I got to explore a pretty large area. So I don't think I should stop and fight every single soldier I come across. How's the game been since Monday? Hell, I only played the game on Monday. I haven't played the game since Monday. It's my first time playing it. You know, I've been playing it now for about half an hour today. And so far, it's pretty much like Monday, you know. It's gorgeous. It's big, it's open. I haven't got a whole lot of fights. I haven't found a whole lot of shit. I'm gonna bonk this guy for something to do. I got some nice gear. Remember at the end of the last stream, I got a bunch of gear, and now I'm like kind of equipped. I want to raise my endurance stick so I can, you know me, Dick. So I'm gonna make a big, heavy character. Of all the guys in the chat, only Dick Sucker truly knows the extent to which I will just become, you know, le boeuf, as the French would say. Le boeuf. Havel shield, Dix. That's what I need, is a fucking Havel shield. I mean, I'm getting a lot of souls. Am I kidding? I mean, I got, what, I got 296 right now. Bonk, 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 bonk. So, 296, I got 64 souls for that. Well, not bad, considering the fact that they're so fucking easy. This bonk stick is the truth. The attack animation of it is just so fast. Oh, look at that. I got some gear. I like that. I like getting gear. Should we try it on? Let's see what's up. Equipment. Okay. It's kind of funny that this doesn't have like a comparison UI, or does it? Oh, it does. R3. Aha. Okay. Aha. Can I do it with this button? No, I can't. So it seems like it's betterer, but it weighs morerer. Well, I mean, theoretically, that's what I should do, right? That's kind of my build. Well, look at me. I'm fucking mad chonky now. Feels good to be chonky. I like that you jumped out of excitement finding that gear, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna happen a lot, right? Because the fucking jump button's a confirm button in every other game. Maybe they'll think you're one of their soldiers or not. That'd be kind of nice, right? On some fucking Hitman type shit. I need to raise my endurance stick so I don't have to have the most shitty roll of all time while wearing some pretty decent gear. Isn't it a nice line of odds of fucking bonk, folks? So right away, I'm already starting to feel a change in the game's pace. Because I know these guys are so fucking easy. I'm not playing it like a 0 miles an hour. And it's kind of more exciting to explore. It's starting to approach a feeling of like playing Breath of the Wild. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the pace. Just running around and gathering shit up and smashing guys. Oh, hi. I turned off the auto target because, as you know, Dix remembers from back when we were playing Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 together. Sometimes, you know, you really want to direct it manually, right? I used to use a big, like, a swinging sword, and you want to direct that shit manually sometimes to hit an enemy, like, after they dodge or something. And so far, I gotta admit, having the auto aim turned off has been tricky. I've been whiffing a lot of attacks like a dumbass. I think it's because of this weapon, right? Also, it's not because I'm a shitty player, it's because of the weapon. Okay. I'm getting a bunch of materials that, you know, are not any good, but they glow. Isn't that funny? About fucking psychology? Is that just me, or is that something that's pretty universal with human psychology? I don't want these glowing things. They're of no use to me whatsoever, but they are glowing, and so I feel compelled to grab them up. Bonk them all while John let God sort them out. Exactly. It's always the equipment, not the equipper, right? Bonk sticks don't bonk people. People bonk people. Okay, so over here, you know, there's this dungeony, a little mini dungeony. And I already explored around here. Go explore around here again. There's a place to rest up there. They're very close in proximity, that one and that one over there. I like bonking dudes, that's the thing. Wouldn't mind bonking just to fucking bonk them. Did this gold armor guy respawn or not? I wonder if the gold armor guys never respawn. Because I fought a mini boss at the end of the last stream, and he was like gold armor guy, but he was like an actual boss. This guy's just like a big dude. Is that him right there? No, I think the big guy didn't respawn. Some of these guys have fucking horns. This guy's fucking huge. Some of these guys don't want to fight me fair, one-on-one. They want to fight me with all their homies. Oh, do I see his bugle graphically? That guy might have the bugle right there. If I can kill him before he can blow it, maybe I can have that not be an issue. I think I see him carrying that fucking bugle. He does have the bugle. Okay, so that guy has the bugle. He's dead now. Maybe I won't have to worry about fighting these guys all at once like last time.
Fortiel the All-Knowing.
You want to fight me, sir? No, I think he doesn't want to fight me. Isn't there a guy back here who wants to fight me? I kind of remember there being a guy back here. Maybe not, huh? Bugle schmuggle. You guys know what's really disgusting? Dicks, you know what's really fucking disgusting? Bugles. Are they one of the most gross snacks? I wouldn't blame you guys for not having had a bugle in many years. Because for one thing, who wants bugles? But I had them very recently for some reason. I don't remember why. I think I found them on sale for like 50 cents a bag or something like that. I was appalled by the texture of them. They're so greasy and gross. But they were tasty. Dick says, you? Watson says, too, motherfucker. You like bugles, Josh? Dude, 4TL, I've been eating these bugles. And after the first couple, they start to... actually, I forget what it was. I'm not sure if they were good at first, and then they got gross, or if they were gross at first and got good. But in any case, it was a very mixed experience. And I was like, wow, fuck these bugles, dude. I ain't never getting these again. You like the little witch claws, 4TL? You're big on these little bugles? I think I got the basic bitch bugle flavor. And I was like, oh my god, these are fucking gross. But I did eat them. I did enjoy them. You know what I'm saying? But they're gross and like kind of like how Oreos are gross. Where you know you're going to die from eating them. You're just going to taste it. Look at this dose of these guys. There's a lot of these guys back here. This reminds me so much of Breath of the Wild. They turn around very slowly. They pull their sword out, then they turn around. Pretty funny. Who else knows I'm here? Nobody? The game also has like stealth mechanics, which is new to the series, as I understand it. I could crawl in the grass. Oh, it's okay, you blend in, that's right? I'm wearing their fucking armor. Josh likes the cheddar ones. I haven't had bugles in forever, but I remember liking them as a kid. Yeah, I kind of liked them as well as a kid. But I had them kind of recently, and I was like, wow, these are really gross. But kind of not in a terrible way. Put one on all your fingers, eat them one at a time, huh? Steven says that the plain ones are actually the worst. I prefer to like the original flavor. Look at me on some solid snake type shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. Lord Sworn's Bolt. Got his arrows. Ginseng agrees that you have to wear the bugle for them to be really tasty. Here's the guy I was thinking of. So a lot of these guys just kind of hanging out around here. Bing bong. You want to back up this guy for sure. These guys have the shields are kind of annoying. Meaty him. Still whiffed. Cut it out, dude. Ooh, got some gauntlets. Let's go. More gear. There are pants in Dark Souls 2 called the Pants of Justice. No way. Is that true? Dix loves that game. He can tell us. Dark Souls 2 is Dix's like all-time game. The Pants of Justice. So pretty much all these guys are dead now, except for, what, maybe like 2 or 3? I see a guy on a horse over there. There's a few guys back around here for sure. The Tights of Justice, okay. Because I remember Judgment. Tights of Judgment?
The Tights of Judgment.
Still sounds pretty badass. Checks out Dix. Yeah! Around here somewhere there's some stairs. I did find like a little thing. It had treasure. It was a big treasure chest. There's a dog over here. This guy has a hammer. Come here, Poocher. Ow. Oh, he's a little bit beefier. Is there another dog over there somewhere? I feel like there is, isn't there? They didn't hear me fighting? Ooh, a hammer! A new bonk stick! I got a new bonk stick for you. Oh, the goofy partner guy's fit. I can remember that guy. They didn't even fucking see me? Stealth mechanics. Bonk times dose! It took a former 3 weeks to farmer to make that fucking, yeah. It took me 1 second to fucking yaw it right in half. Anybody else around here? Probably power stancing. Dix, remember what power stancing is? How does that work? Wasn't there a skull that I was supposed to roll through that I didn't roll through because there's like guys around? I think I missed it already. Doesn't really matter, I think. Oh, can I open this? Aww. I thought it was a big Zelda chest. I was so excited. Here's a duder. Ooh. Dose duders. 2 weapons of the same class. If you have a compatible weapon in each hand, you can combo moveset using L1. Oh, there you go. Okay, interesting. So I can use 2 bonk sticks potentially. Damn, it's hard to fucking meet these guys. Our wake up time is like third strike. Ouch! This guy does not fucking mess around. Knock me out of my fucking shit. That worked out okay. Oh no, I dodged too many times. A little bit more spry. Oh, he's quick. I can also do a thing where I block and counterattack. Oh, he got out of my way. Okay. What you doing, dog? I'm eating all my fucking juice. Gotta play a little bit smarter here. He's quick. Oh, nice. I feel like I killed this guy before. Oh, I'm out of fucking juice to heal with. Nice, nice, nice. Well done, sir. Well done. GG. I was sipping my juice too much. In Elden Ring, they have to be the same class. In OG Dark Souls 2 GOAT, you could do some different classes for different movesets. Oh, interesting. Stake of Marika. Last at a Grace visit. So I can choose to... oh, I see. That's what the stakes are for. The stakes are for if they're nearby. Well, how near is this? You're right. I should have changed my gear for it, Taylor. You're right. I forgot about my fucking level 2 bonk stake. So that's what this is. A spot to revive at. So you can do double bonk stick, but in the other games you could do, you know, a mix of like a sword and a bonk stick for different combos. Well, Dix, to be fair, we can't expect every game to be as good as Dark Souls 2, you know what I'm saying? It seems like a kind of an unfair ask. So I can see my souls on my little mini-map there. Kind of nice. Give me this. It's a lot of rooms, not really that many rooms. I watched a friend play this game a little bit, Dix, and they were really cheesing the throwing knives. Every enemy in the game they killed by throwing a knife and then baiting them to fight one at a time with this knife. And so I don't want to use throwing knives, but boy, this game's design really feels like it's hard to separate them otherwise. Yeah, that's what I heard, Champ. I made some good third strike. But to be fair, I get a lot of third strike in my life. If my life was entirely third strike, I feel like I wouldn't have time for anything else. There's always great third strike happening. I want to fight him, but I can't because all the other guys around are too much of a pain in the ass. Run in there, says Dix. Already killed him before, so look at the gear I found. I got some gauntlets, I got a new bonk stick. Go check it out. This is a cool spot. Where's the... There it is. I got sneaking right there. I got sneaking as well. I can sneak up in there. Okay, let's go look at my gear, I suppose. Equipment. I have some new gauntlets. They're heavier. I'm seeing a lot of blue. Still at medium load. Okay. New weapon. This thing requires 11 strength. It's got some scaling off of dex. Very small improvement in attack power. I think I don't have the required attributes, perhaps. It has kick instead of the roar. I don't really use the roar anyway. I wonder if strength says D. No, it's because it is worse. But dex, it gets a little bit of scaling off dex, which my other one doesn't have at all. This one actually requires some dex. How's it been, Champ? Oh, it's nice you get to keep your new shit even though you die before resting into grace. Yeah, the only thing you lose in this game is you lose your souls. Your, like, EXP, basically. You have to go grab your EXP again. This game has a unified currency where it's like, it's EXP and it's money. You buy your level up with money in this game. When you die, you drop all your money. That's all you drop, though. So I can raise my strength. I actually probably could afford that, maybe, if I rest here. Can I see how much my next level up's going to cost? I go to my status. Runes needed, yes. So I could raise my strength by 1 point and use this new bonk stake. Level up. Strength. There you go. So now let's see, wrong button. Equipment, bonk stick. I have the required stats now. Not sure what that plus is. This is 103 plus 12. This is 108 plus 11. It's got shittier blocking. That's fine. This one scales off dex, so I could raise either strength or dex and get better damage. But it doesn't scale as well with strength. I don't intend to raise dex. It actually weighs less, which is interesting. Okay, it seems less impressive right off the bat. Got a little more of a swang to it. Seems like my old bonk stick. It's very much the same. If I was going to be using dex, it could be more useful, I guess. It's quite pretty. Those swords are memorials to the Berserk manga. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Josh. The plus is the stats given by scaling. Thank you, Dix. I appreciate that. It's going to be very useful to know that. Thank you, Josh. Power stance, you coward. Let's go try that. So here's my right hand. This is my left hand. I have bolts. Okay. So I'm going to put my thing here. So I can do this power stance now? How do I power stance? Hold triangle, press this button? No. Hold triangle, press this button. I got 2 clubs. But I'm only using the one. Oh, I see. The L1 button. Ah. Thank you, Dix. Ah. Oh, kind of a long string there. That seems pretty sick. I kind of like, you know me, Dix. I like having a shield. We can try this, though. So up there's where I'm probably supposed to go. I have to go a lot of different places. It's kind of a big area. Bonk him, then stab him. And kick him in the butt. Sir, do you want to become my friend? Or do you wish to be my foe? There's a parade over there.
Oi! There. Could you help us out, Cully?
I can't block him. Jeez, I just mashed on his ass. And it worked.
Yeah, you there? Stop pretending you can't see me.
I can't see you. I can hear you. Where are you?
Why won't anyone look me in the eye? I'm not that ugly, am I?
Hello? Hello? I'm kind of nervous. Hello?
Oi! You there?
Yeah.
Could you help us out, Cully?
Where are you, my guy?
You? Yeah, you there? Stop pretending you can't see me.
Well, I can't see him. The legal eyes?
Why won't anyone look me in the eye? I'm not that ugly, am I?
I guess the gimmick is he's like invisible or something. Maybe I'll find an interact option if I look around here enough.
Oi! You there? Could you help us out, Cully?
It seems like he's this bush, but I can't interact with it. I could try to slash it, but I might piss him off. I'm gonna do it, fuck it.
What'd you go and do that for?
Okay.
Oh, yes. I remember. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you?
I guess.
Thank you. The name's Bok. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever.
What cave is that?
Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you.
Doesn't sound that
came
bad to me.
along, really.
Literally, Liza, do you enjoy being a tree? I might enjoy being a tree, to be honest. You think it's kind of ugly? I think it's kind of cute, Ginseng. I might fuck with this guy.
Oh, what a shame. When they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned. And so this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me.
What you got, dude? A mushroom? Come on. I got 10 of them at least.
Well, if you can afford to wait for a while, I could sneak back into the cave and bring back something of actual value. Then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon.
Where's the cave, dude? I'll go check out the cave myself.
Right, but I'll need a moment. I'm frightened of them, so I have to gather myself. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore.
Cave on the shore?
Right, but
There's a cave on the
knees
shore.
start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on
See what I'm
the
gonna do,
shore.
guys. I'm gonna start taking some notes here, like I'm playing Dragon Warrior. I'm gonna have to move my mouse and keyboard out of the computer, though. This seems very Dragon Warrior-esque, right? Having a guy tell me about some cave, but it doesn't get marked on my map, I don't think. Let's make a new document here. My text editor. Call this Elden Ring Notes. Notes time. So what's going to be our format for this game's notes? Yeah, I was on a shore earlier. I must have went for the same shore a while, John, right? There's another shore nearby. So here's my map. Demi-human Bach. This, does this area have like a name that I can see on my map? It doesn't look like it. It probably does have a name. It's called Limgrave, right? But I don't know how I can confirm that on my map. It'd be cool if I could. Sites of Grace map menu left bumper. Okay. Marker, place, beacon. What the hell's a marker? Oh, I have markers and beacons. Okay, map menu. I can zoom. Sites of Grace is Y. Oh. Oh, here you go. Limgrave. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'll make notes regarding what the closest site of Grace is, right, Wild John? So that means if I'm here, this is where Bach is. Agiel Lake North. Okay. So here's what I'll do. I'll make a format that's like Limgrave. Right? That's my main heading. Right? Limgrave. Subheading. Agiel Lake North. Bullet point. I met Bach the Demi-Human. I met Demi-Human Bach, who was turned into a tree. He tells me that he was booted out of some cave on the shore. There you go. Now we're taking notes, guys. Yes, Dragon Warrior, yes. All these years later. So, what else do I want to note while I'm taking notes? Anything special? Not really. Okay, cool. There's a cave on the shore where he was booted out. But what shore does he mean? We don't know. Is there more shores around here? Because we know there is a shore. It's kind of a far way away, though. Not really that far away, I guess. Is there a shore over here? What's down in this fucking valley? There's some treasure in this cave by the shore. Oh, there's like a valley here. There's a big bridge, and that goes to the swamp. Okay. What's all this then? I see Ummin. We gotta find the shore. Only one way to find out for sure, Josh. Oh, I see what you did there, dude. Looks like fucking saw me, 100%. Ow. Actually, width on the swings already helped me out. Yeah, it's got a little more reach than my other weapon did. Oh, look at that. Look, it attacks less quickly, though. Ooh, a dagger. Ooh, a cap. Ooh, a piece of candy. Oh, the guy right there. Oh, I want to fuck this guy. Oh, no. Leave me be. Get some popcorn, dude. A good idea, dude. I thought the other guy was like this. He wasn't that bad, but, yeah. But, yeah. Oh, here's this. This is a steak of Marika. It's kind of funny how, like, I can revive at these, but I don't know where they're at. I just have to memorize where they're at, huh? What's up, Ryan? We swapped the club out for this thing. It's a fucking enhanced club. It's very similar in stats, but it's got a little wider of a swing, which I think that could be very useful. It might have a little more reach as well. So here's a swamp. Big swamp. That's where I started the game over there. I want to go check out the shore, because that's where this guy says there's a cave. So I guess what I'll do is I'll try using my horse. It only took you an hour and a half to kill the other horseman, huh? Yeah, that boss guy. This guy's, I killed the other horseman a couple seconds ago, to be honest, with my my power stance. I just mashed the button and he died from my power stance. But I got very lucky. I don't think I want to count on that happening again. Weapon art's called kick, it said. But it doesn't work. I have parry, right? I have to dual wield it to use the kick, if I understand correctly. These guys are my friends. We determined that, right? I don't fuck with these guys. Those guys are my homies, canonically. So I can hold this button and do this. I hold this button and run faster. If my goal is to avoid using fast travel, which I'm going to have that be my goal in the short term, then I have to get better at riding the horse. You guys know me. I think fast travel is the devil in pretty much every game that it features in. But, in many games it is very vital. This game, I'm sure, is no different. But if I'm going to avoid using fast travel, I have to get good at using the horse. He's not a boss, just some random guy, right, Portiel? I fought a guy earlier that was kind of like him. He died in a couple hits. Well, let me phrase it. He died in quite a few hits, but I kind of spammed L1. I spammed my attack button on his ass. I think fast travel ruins games sometimes. I think that it ruins games sometimes. I think that it also detracts from almost every game that it's in. And I think that in the rare case that it actually does not detract from the game, I kind of still wish that the developers had come up with a better solution than fast travel to getting around. Because there are some games where fast travel is really necessary. Like, you have to do it or you're really fucked. And in those games, it usually is okay. It doesn't really detract from the game too much. But I can't help but feel like it still detracts from the game somewhat. The Church of Ele. I get off my horse. Not having fast travel in old MMO games made it feel like epic adventuring, says Oni Ramen. I watched some people do playthroughs without fast travel. This game, Josh? Hey, what's up, Bald Eagle? Welcome aboard, dude. Mounts are annoying to me mostly because I don't like horses. If you can ride a dinosaur, that's okay. Wait, do you really dislike horses that much? How come I can't see how many souls I have on this menu? That's really goddamn annoying. Maybe if I pressed triangle, I could have seen, huh? I could probably still have 4 level up here. I want to raise my endurance, right? They fucked up Dark Souls 1, says Ryan, huh? The game goes way downhill once you get the Lord Vessel. I kind of like that you had to actually earn the Lord Vessel, though. That only happens late in the game. Level up. Pretty cheap to level up right now. Give me endurance. Yes, it's going up very slowly right now. It's always a 700-ish. But it really hates fucking horses that much. You're really not big on horses. If I've already been through an area, I'm good with fast traveling past it, says Dix. Kiwi Brewy. I like backtracking for a few reasons. One is that backtracking in games that are really support it well, it makes the world feel larger. Basically, I have a problem where if you go past an area, that area is basically just gone, right? To me, having an open world game where every area only has one use is a huge waste. It might as well be a linear game, right? Because if you have an open world, I want there to be a reason to go back to other areas. And the other thing is that it helps making a mental map, right? When you're exploring in a game and trying to make a mental map, backtracking is really important to kind of get an understanding of the layout of everything. You'll see me a lot of times when I play games on stream, like wandering around in circles, and a part of that is because I'm trying to get a sense for everything is in relation to each other. So I think that, for me, fast travel breaks the world's sense of continuity. And I don't like it. I don't like it. The game's a fucking masterpiece up until Anne Orlando, says Ryan. I don't like Anne Orlando. We're not naked anymore. We got some fucking clothes. We got a fucking brand new bonk stick. Clothes actively detract my experience from this game, huh? 0 out of 10. Yeah, I can see how that could be the case. Look at this nice pleasant rain we have. It'd be cool to run around naked in the rain. heard there's a cave on the shore from demi-human Bach. There's demigods, there's demi-humans. So, if it's going to be something on the shore, it might be down here. We only explored one way on the shore. Wrong button again. I don't know why I want to grab this with square. Is that something from Breath of the Wild or what? I don't think Neo works that way, right? I want to press square to pick up items I always sippy sip on accident. Rain is nice, yeah. There's a guy here I could kill, and I probably might have to, because I want to explore the shore around here, right? You guys eat microwave popcorn straight out of the bag? Yes. Only bougie people use bowls. Who in the chat, how about this question? Who in the chat is so bougie that they eat popcorn out of a bowl when the bag is right there? Now, if you're sharing popcorn, you need to make more than one bag at a time. That's when bowls make sense to me. Fight me, dog. I have a new weapon. It's not really any good. I have new armor as well. I should try to do charge attacks, huh? I need to jump. There you go. So he drew a sword and he swung it in one thing. I had to draw a sword first. Big shockwave. I blocked it. How about I jump over that? Oh! Oh my god, I got so greedy there. Couldn't see shit and I was just swanging. He has new attacks with his sword, I gotta keep that in mind. Use a bowl, Ginseng? You pour one bag into a bowl and eat it out of that bowl? Because that's insane to me. Now again, if you're eating more than one bag at a time, a bowl kind of makes sense. That's a bold claim, says Ryan. Josh agrees the bag's part of the flavor. My friend Baldiggle says he also is on Team Bag. I don't mind backtracking, says Dix, when I've got a lot of time to burn. That's pretty much never. Yeah, I don't really consider me Dix. I think that some games also support it better than others. Again, there are some games where fast traveling I think makes more sense. Oh fuck, there it is again. Whenever I want to pick an item, I always press triangle instead of square, or vice versa. Eat popcorn out of that Dune movie theater bucket. I actually just don't eat popcorn at home, perhaps at all. Think you're gonna play the fan-made Oblivion remaster? No. Not sure why, but this game does make me think of Elder Scrolls a bit. Well, yeah, it's definitely like an open-world, medieval fantasy kind of a game, right? Kind of get that impression. You know, I can see why it'd be like Dark Souls, or it'd be like how it could be like Elder Scrolls. Do you think the name Elden Ring is a play on Elder Scrolls, 4TL? That could be too. These shockwaves are really annoying. That's something that almost never happens in Dark Souls. This game is a big finish for shockwaves. Am I supposed to jump over shockwaves if I had to guess? That's really bothering me. Jump over his arm. Hit his noodle. Gonna change his phase now. Okay, he's gonna get his sword out. Oh, it's faster than it looks. He can stomp me now with his sword out. This guy's fucking going in. he hit me underneath him. I swear I hit squares now. Wave is really obnoxious. Makes it very ambiguous to know when where the hitbox is going to be. He hit a fucking tree there and got knocked off of his shit. Damn. This terrain is really fucking me up. Jump over the shockwaves. Damn! He's stringing his strings and other strings. Hit him in the grundle sack! There's no dicks to punch, Absent Albatross. Ginseng, more evil than Satan. If you put an inscription on a ring, isn't it just a really short scroll? That's crazy, Dix. That's actually crazy. But I like the way you think. Sounds like some fucking... Remember Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy? Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy. Ginseng is definitely cute but evil, for sure. He has that energy about him. Cute but evil. This guy's stringing strings and other strings. Kind of a drag. I gotta be close enough to attack him, but far enough to see what he's fucking doing. If I'm up close, I can't really see what he's doing. It's hard to know when his string is over, because all I can see is his fucking leg. Okay. And if I'm far enough back to see what he's doing, I can't punish him when he whiffs. Hey there, big guy. I had the right idea to jump there, but not when I'm right in front of him. Okay, give him some space here. Pretty big boy damage there. Shockwaves are really killing me. It's really obnoxious. In most Dark Souls games before, you can kind of know where an attack is going to land based on its animation. This one just kind of hits in a big circle. 1, 2, 3. I should selectively, I should not lock on here. Kind of. There you go. Okay, is there that? That's big. He might cancel this into a thingamajig, like an overhead. There's gonna be his jump. Is there that? Take a sip, please. That's the end of his string, I think. Not necessarily, huh? You can still just gonna re-stomp there. Okay, wow, this shield's godlike. Oh, that shockwave has got a ton of active frames too. I'm out of juice. I got some juice back for killing him though. Yeah, he's actually got some pretty strong knees, right? He looks like an old guy, but his knees are pretty strong. How's up, Heron? How does the giant poop? Probably from his little butthole. How you doing, Dano? How you like Elden Ring so far? My feelings about it are very mixed. In fact, I would say they're very negative. Not because it's a bad game, but because I don't like it as much as Dark Souls. I think if I'd ever played Dark Souls before, I would be very impressed with it. But I think that comparing it to Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Demon Souls, and Nioh 2, I like it the least of any of them so far. So that's kind of damning. But I think it's a lot of, I think that big part of why I don't like it is because I think that I need to get into the swing of it. I need to get into its pace. I think I'm comparing it too much to Dark Souls. I need to kind of give it more, I need to understand it better what they're going for, I guess, in the design. I don't think that it's unlikely I'm going to like it more as time goes on. But right now, no, I've not really been thinking of it that positively. Too much going on, says Dano? Not really so much that there's too much going on. Rather, I think that I wouldn't mind better guidance. And by guidance, I don't mean like I need someone to hold my hand and tell me where to go, what to do, but rather, I kind of wish that, like, as I was exploring and doing stuff, there was more dungeons, there was more treasure to find, there was more caves, there was more guys like him, the guy I just fought, right? Somebody to actually fight. And this is the newbie area as I understand it, so I'm sure as I go, I'm going to find more places like that, and more, like maybe the pace of the game will increase, but the pace of the game feels very slow. And it feels kind of unfocused. Whereas, playing a Dark Souls game where you have like a more Metroidvania design, where you have, it's non-linear in that there are branching paths, right? In Dark Souls, you have branching paths, and there lies the non-linearity. What the hell is that thing down there, you guys think? In this game, the non-linearity is truly 360 degrees, right? I can go any direction anytime, and I really don't feel any reason to go any of those directions. That's my problem. I don't feel a strong compulsion to go any direction. So it kind of feels like I'm meandering. And says, this game isn't Dark Souls, dude. We'll see if I like it as much as Dark Souls by the end. There's no clip, champ. There's definitely something creepy down there. Here's the shore. I'm looking for a cave on the shore. Sounds like too much going on, says Dano. I don't think that there's too much going on. I think you could have the exact same amount of stuff going on in this game, but also, make me feel more like I know where I'm going. I think that very Dark Souls fundamentals here, for sure. But I think that, yeah, it's not trying to be exactly like Dark Souls. I think it's more than fair. It doesn't got to be exactly like Dark Souls to still be amazing. It could even be better than Dark Souls in a lot of respects. But so far, I don't really feel like it's better than Dark Souls. I feel like it's worse than Dark Souls. To me, it seems like a less focused version of Dark Souls. I think this is by far the best FromSoft game ever, but maybe not my personal favorite, says Ryan. Huh? I still don't see any caves on this shore. I'm looking in the wrong spot, though. Because too much going on, says Dano, maybe? No, I don't think that's what it is. It's not that I can't focus. It's that the game doesn't have anything for me to focus on. What about Breath of the Wild? How does that compare with the guidance aspect you just talked about? I think what Breath of the Wild does better than this game is that Breath of the Wild has more things to find per minute. Breath of the Wild, I feel like as I'm exploring, I'm finding more little goodies and more little thingamajigs and more things that are kind of pulling me onward and pulling me forward. This game's world feels a lot larger in comparison. What are you? Friend or foe? Oh, he killed a guy here. It's a fucking corpse. We got some fucking... We got some environmental storytelling. You murdered this guy? Yeah, here, in this game is Breath of the Wild-y. It's kind of like what it is. Its design is like Breath of the Wild meets Dark Souls. And I think that what I'm experiencing so far kind of feels like the worst of both worlds. But like I said, I think that as I play more of it, my opinion might become more favorable. I'd say he was a friend until you attacked him and the bar appeared over his head. It could very well be. I really jumped his ass. I didn't even ask him first if he wanted to be my friend. I suspect when this guy says there's a cave on the shore, he might not mean this shore, or he also might not mean at this level, like on the beach level. It could be that it's something higher up. Venka's got to ask, dude. Say, hey, it's me, it's Vencabot. What's your name? I like this bonk stick. I don't like this weird-ass glowing thing moving around down here, though. There's something underground, maybe like some kind of weird, creepy snake underground? Talk with your mouth, not with your sword. There's a lot of treasure around here. Shout out to my friend Athel for reminding me to do the roll. Yeah, Fortune, get a fucking Viking helmet. He's on some fucking Dark Souls 2 type cover type shit. You know what I'm saying, dicks? Like, I don't trust this motherfucker. He don't look like he's a friend. Friends don't dress like that. Excuse me, sir. Do you want to be my friend, or do you want to be some kind of creepy-ass snake? Do you want to be like a fairy? Hello. Well, it seems like it's not aggressive, at least. I don't want to kill if it's not aggressive. I could try attacking the ground where it is, but I don't think I want to do that. It seems something like something beautiful and kind. Golden run just lying around for you to find. Yeah, the golden runes, yeah. Here's a big creepy snake thing. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a cave. A cave on the shore. Literal tumbleweed tumbling. What is this? Death Stranding? Pretty cool structure here about. Maybe I ought to go climb some stuff. Listen to the noise it makes, Venka. Listen to the noise. I can hear the noise making. I can hear it, trust me. It's making a tingly jingly noise. I like it. Okay, so I can't go up there. Look at this fucking bird. He's trapped against this fucking rock. That's pretty funny. Okay, make some notes here. So let's go look at my map. So here's the nearest thing. It says Stormfoot Catacombs. If I pressed my Sites of Grace menu. Oh, sorry, here we go. So Limgrave. Stormfoot Catacombs. On the beach here, there's some kind of invisible jingling thing running around in circles and leaving a glowing trail. It seems friendly, so I'm leaving it alone for now. Sounds like cash money. Yeah, it's like friendly monster movies, Dano. Does the bird get a bar when you attack it? Yes. It gets a bar, then immediately dies. This thing does not seem to be my enemy, and as such, I refuse to slay it. Yeah, the fuck? What the fuck does this mean? But yeah, basically, I have an idea, Dano, Oni, to take notes for this game the way I did for Dragon Warrior 3. I love taking notes in that game. This game seems kind of similar. It seems to be returning to that Dragon Warrior era, like, hints dropping kind of a situation. And I like that in Dragon Warrior. I like that in this game. I'm enjoying it so far, taking notes. Basically, I found something mysterious, I want to make a note of it. And my note system is going to be reliant on the nearest point of grace. So I have, like, these headings that are based on the nearest point of grace. Then I will, you know, write down what I find around there and come back. Yeah, when you write down notes, you're like, what the fuck did I just write? What does this mean? Was I fucking high? Platforming. Josiah. Yeah, this has got a much better arc than the other club did. So I'm still looking for this cave I was promised. A cave on the shore. Might be one down here. I haven't been down here yet. A cave on the shore. What the fuck is the tingly jingly on the beach? What was I talking about? There's a turret. The turrets seem friendly in this game. Even more so than in real life, where they're pretty neutral. Hello, Mr. Turret. How you doing, dog? Eagles are a protected animal. You under arrest. Might be a cave down here for it, you know. This is the shore. What are those fuckers right there? Are those Zombonis? Hey! You guys want fucking smoke? Oh, these are the guys. These are the guys that are like Bach. Try me on the 1v1, dog. Oh, no. Cut that out. Jeez. I like this, though. We're making progress. As long as you don't kill a turtle, you're free to go. Yeah, the turtles, I fuck these turtles for sure. The fuck are those eldritch horrors on the coast? Yeah, there's like a big ball of worms. Killing turtle is a bigger crime than killing eagles. Huh? Yeah, fuck eagles, dude. Eagles eat cute things like mice. So those were guys who were kind of like the same species as Bach, maybe? So maybe I'm finding this cave he's talking about. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, look at this! What do you know? A cave on the shore. Can I find a place to rest? Hello! I love finding caves, my ramen. My favorite thing in any video game is find a cave. Hello! Ongbach. Coastal cave. I want my Ongbach. So... Hello? What's up, dude?
It hurts.
Oh no!
You must leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp. You'll end up just like me.
No, Bach!
Oh. What are you doing here? You must leave this place at once.
Not my guy. Bach, Oniramen. That's my dude. That's my guy right there. That's him. Oh, Melina has new dialogue? What's up, girl?
Me? I'm searching.
For what?
For my purpose.
Oh, okay.
Given to me by my mother inside the Erd Tree. Long ago.
I have to for it, yeah, I have to.
I yet live.
I love that guy.
Burned and bodiless.
We should all be so lucky, Norm. We should all be so
There is
lucky.
something for which I must apologize. I've acted the finger maiden, yet can offer no guidance.
I like your cloak,
I
girl,
am
so it doesn't
no
matter.
maiden. My purpose was long ago lost.
Speak faster. Level up,
Shall I turn your runes to strength?
if you want.
Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment. Share them with
Let's
me.
shake on it.
Your thoughts,
What is this, you talking about them finger
your
maidens?
ambitions,
Drop them
the
cheeks.
principles you would follow.
So I want to raise my endurance. It's kind of like my thing. I'm big on endurance. Wow, Champ. Wow, dude. But to be honest, though, Champ, honestly, it's a big pet peeve I have with pretty much all the Dark Souls games. Is a fucking level up girl. She always talks way too much. Am I right, boys? Am I right? Sorry, Bach. Dix, what is a summoning pool? I want to have my shield, but I also want to be able to see what I'm doing. Am I right, guys? Football, right? Sports. Fuck. Okay, well, there's a guy. Check your corners, Dark Souls. You boys are wrong. Girls are cool. She-Ra Man-Haters Club. It opens up a wider summoning area or something to that nature, huh? The Chief, am I right? Blue Nocturne, am I right? Elden, what's up, Asmilk? There he goes. Okay, get this moss. Delicious moss. There's a couple duders down there. This guy's homie just fell on him, stone dead. He's like, whatever. Time to goblin slaying. I'm really nervous about not having my shield. If you guys know me, you guys know I'm real big on having this shield. At least these guys don't seem that spry. I don't think they're going to be clinging to fucking ceilings and dropping on me. I just don't get that impression from these guys. They seem pretty clumsy. They seem to be a clumsy sort. Walking through that age that shit looked like an EA trailer, huh? What are you talking about, Asmilk? Speak English. So I'd probably scream and get all his homies after me, if I had to guess. Yeah. Now, who else is coming? Don't do that. Now, the good news is, unless they can jump, and maybe they can jump. If they can't jump, then I'm safe right here. Those guys are still vibing. Good to know. I'd like a shield that can parry a 20-foot metal sword. That's in this game for sure. Ricky Tan's the best name I've ever seen on Fight Kit. I'm not sure who that is. Welcome to the Waking World, Asmilk, in that case. Good to have you here. Good morning, like Ginseng says. Delicious cave moss. From Rush Hour. So it seems as though my light... Oh, hi, someone saw me. Uh-oh. Run, run, run. Okay. Dude, being a coward is godlike. Look at that. The coward strat really saved my ass there. By the way, we talk chocolate bars a lot on the stream. What's the god tier bag of chips? Sun chips, right? Sun chips, and then you know, if you're trying not to spend $1 million on some chips, get some of these salsa verde guacamole Doritos, right? Oh, those are the best. They're the best. What else is bugles? No, Aljon, not bugles. The demi-humans, what a bunch of freaks. You talking about Bach? Because Bach's my fucking boy, Asmilk. Better not be talking about Bach. Not all demi-humans are fucking freaks. That guy was an extra large motherfucker. I don't think there's a bag of chips, to be honest. There's a bad bag of chips. Or crisps, like they call them in the old land. I actually like kettle-cooked salt and vinegar a lot. It's so tasty. So, for example, my friend buys these pickle jalapeno chips, and they definitely are top tier. No doubt. Yeah, you ass milk, yeah. Fucking Bach, that's my fucking guy. I will hear nothing bad about Bach. Oh, there's more going on in here. A land octopus ovary. This game's got fucking Octoroks? Lots of blood stains around here. I don't like the look of this. How many sippies do I got? 5 sippies left? Well, let me get my fucking shield.